Have you ever fallen in love with a man, but he thinks of you only as a friend? Maybe you spend a lot of time together and always have a great time, but whenever you flirt with him or bring up wanting something more, he says, "I only want to be friends." If so, you may be trapped in the friend zone. I'm psychologist and relationship coach, Dr. Antonio Borrello, and in this video, I'm going to share a powerful step-by-step approach to get you out of the friend zone and into the relationship zone. Let's start with the different types of friend zone scenarios. Listen to see if you fit one of these. The first one is a newer friendship where you have developed strong feelings for a man and you believe that those feelings are not being reciprocated. Or maybe you have a friend who you've known for a couple of years, but whenever things get heated, he says, "I only want to be friends," or "I don't want anything serious. I don't like labels." And the last one is a very common one. The longtime friend who you can tell all your secrets to, but anytime you bring up something more romantic, they change subjects. Well, here are the 5 steps that will help you shake off these friend zone traps. Step 1. Let the relationship happen organically. Sometimes you might get so worried about what your friend is or isn't thinking that you begin to change little things about yourself to make him like you. And this could be changing the way that you dress or talking about things that you don't even like or even doing activities that are boring to you. But here's the thing to remember. He wouldn't be spending time with you as a friend if he didn't already enjoy being around you. That means you don't need to change yourself to try to become his type. Keep in mind, he can have different types that he's attracted to. Let him make the first move that leads to a great night of intimacy. Let him be the one to talk about wanting a deeper relationship. If it feels right to you organically, then go for it. Trust your gut. But what if you've been friends with him for years and nothing romantic has happened yet? Well, this is exactly what happened to my friends Kelly and Steven. Kelly was a 25-year-old graduate student who became good friends with one of her classmates, Steven. You know, it was a classroom romance. I know you've probably been there. They spent a lot of time together because they had many classes and tests and late-night study sessions. So Kelly quickly developed a crush on Steven, but she would deny it because he wasn't pursuing for a romantic relationship. Instead, they both openly admitted that they were best friends. They hung out all the time and talked and texted when they were apart. And he even FaceTimed her and called her daily when he studied abroad for 5 months. They talked about everything together. And of course, many people thought that they were a couple because they did all the things that couples normally do. And to be honest, they would even hook up occasionally where they would make out and fool around but stop just short of intercourse. So I would even ask Steven about it and he would tell me that he was not attracted to Kelly. But when he was with her, he admitted that sometimes nature would take its course. And when I further questioned him about that, he said, "I felt that I will never be happy with her in the bedroom, so I broke her heart." He continued by saying, "Even though I told her that I will never pursue a relationship with her, she still fell in love." He's a nice guy, right? But sadly, once her father found out about him by reading through her diary, everything was over. Now, I really believe that things could have been different if Kelly had used the next steps and confronted him early on in their friendship. I'll tell you more about this couple in just a moment, but again, step number 1 is to let the relationship happen organically and don't try to control or push it in any direction. Now, on to step 2. Step 2, figure out what you want in the relationship. When you have a crush on someone, it can be easy to make yourself believe that you are into the same things or want the same things that he is into. For example, he loves going on hikes and talking about the places that he's seen in detail. And of course, you love to go hiking with him too, because with him, who knows what could happen. But stop and ask yourself the following questions. What are things that you like to do in relationships? These can include activities or hobbies or how you like to spend your time. What are goals that you would want your ideal man to have? And these can include career and family or life goals. And what are things that you need to be satisfied in the bedroom? Do you want a man with certain traits or maybe experience matters more to you? Ask yourself these questions based off of your past relationships. And if you haven't been in very many, then use other friends' relationships as examples. This step is very important because you need to clearly define what you want in your ideal man. And if your friend doesn't check off most of these boxes, well, maybe he isn't right for you. Keep in mind, when someone doesn't return your feelings of attraction, it's common to become infatuated with that person and in love with the idea of him. But you could save yourself so much heartbreak by recognizing this early on. Let's say, for example, that he checks off all the boxes from step 2. Well, then this will bring us to step 3. What are you thinking about when you're with him? What types of thoughts are you having when you first meet up with him, or when you're having a great conversation, or when you're partying together, or even when you're spending time with other friends together? Again, this helps you to identify if you actually want your friend to become your partner, or if you're only in love with the idea of your friend. This starts with asking yourself the right questions. If you're only ever asking yourself, do I want to rip his clothes off? Then you're probably only interested in a sexual relationship, and that's all right. I mean, a deeper relationship could develop later on, but you need to be clear with what do you want right now. If you're asking yourself questions like, would he be a good father material? Or would he be able to provide for me? Or is he always making me laugh? Well, that's great. But what actions specifically of his are making you believe that? If he's talking about what he would do if he were a father, or how he's treated his past relationships, that's great, because those are facts. But if he doesn't talk about those things and you're only getting a strong feeling that he would be great, well, that isn't enough. You need facts. Now, here comes the hard part of this step. Go and ask him the hard questions and be willing to share your own answers so he will feel more comfortable opening up. Who knows? Any of these questions could lead to a deeper connection that goes beyond friendship. Remember, the way you feel about him is so powerful, but if you want to make him your man, it's time to combine your feelings with the facts involving who he actually is, not who you want him to be. You see the difference? By the way, this channel is all about building a great relationship so you can grow happy together. So hit subscribe, join our community, and make your love life the best part of your life. Now, remember my friends Kelly and Steven? What if Kelly had asked herself those questions in the bedroom? I mean, were they actually into the same sexual activities, or was she only attracted to the idea of him because she had such a great time with him whenever they studied and spent time together? We will never know because they never had the chance to find out. Now, when you've done this, when you've talked to him, you know that you love your friend for who he is and not some idea of who you want him to be. You've asked yourself the right questions. You've asked him the right questions. But how can you tell what's really going on? Remember, sometimes we can be our own worst enemies. We want to believe something so badly only to realize that we were wrong about it the entire time. And that happens because sometimes you need a little more perspective or some outside eyes. And that takes us to step number 4, get some perspective from your best friends or a family member that you trust. Most importantly for this step, you need to go into these conversations with an open mind. Yes, they know you want him to be your man, but it's time to listen. If your best friend doesn't already know, tell them what you are looking for in a relationship. It can be similar or very different from previous relationships that you've been in. Think about what qualities and traits you determined that you want in a man. What questions did you ask yourself, or what questions did you ask him from step number 3? Lay it all out on the table and ask your bestie for the truth. If they say, no, this guy is not right for you, just listen and understand why. But if your bestie is saying he should be the one for you, well, that's a great sign. And if you're not sure whether you're getting an honest opinion or not, leave a comment below and the community will help give you an honest perspective like they've done for so many others. So once you've had the talk with your close friends, take some time to absorb what they said. Think about everything and give it some serious thought. It's still your decision, and there are times that your friends could be wrong. But having more than just your own opinion will make a difference for the most difficult part, which is step number 5, have the honest conversation with him. Tell him you want to talk with him about your friendship because you care about him. Choose a place that is familiar or quiet for both of you. And when you start this talk, it's going to be difficult at first because you've been processing all of these feelings and thoughts inside of you. You've wanted him to reciprocate everything, but you either don't know what he wants or he said that he's not interested. Now is the time to tell him the truth of how you feel. So start from the beginning. Telling him your truth will be very difficult at first, but it will get easier the more you say. But don't just tell him how you feel, also tell him why you feel the way that you do. What are things he has said and done that's led you to believe that he's the man for you? Tell him about your goals and desires and why this would be a great relationship. And once you've told him everything, listen to what he has to say. Even be willing to give him time if he needs to think about things, because you've probably told him a lot that he wasn't anticipating. But most importantly, you need to be all right with what he wants. If he realizes that you both want the same thing, well, great job with the new relationship. But if he still wants something different, or if he's not attracted to you in that way, you must allow him to be all right with his truth. Remember, you can't change what he's attracted to, just as he can't change what you're attracted to. But regardless of the outcome, you will no longer be in the friend zone. Either you will start a relationship together, or you can decide to stop spending so much time together. But the one thing that you can't do is pretend that the conversation never happened. Doing so will only make you stuck on him and make it nearly impossible to move on. So I suggest taking a break from seeing each other and reevaluate and see how you feel in a month or so. Oh, and I want to add one more thing. The videos and topics I cover are often related and overlap and reinforce one another. Because of that, watching a few related videos can be a very effective way of understanding what you can do to really make changes in your relationships. So I think that watching this video next will really highlight the important topics that we just talked about. That's because it's focused on unrequited love. So click here to watch that video now, or click here to watch the video that YouTube thinks that you like. I'll see you in the next video.